Series 2, Episode 7, These Old Scientists, and Series 2, Episode 8, Under the Cloak of War, are consecutive episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds that frankly don't belong in the same show. I'll start with These Old Scientists, and I'll start by saying I'm not a fan of Lower Decks. I've seen a few clips on YouTube. It seems extremely smug and pleased with itself, and I've never actually watched a full episode. As many people have said before me, it's clearly a Rick and Morty clone in a Star Trek skin suit. You've got the one who knows everything, who has loads of snark and loads of knowledge and gets everything done. You have the nervy, anxious one who's the butt of the jokes. You have the naive, enthusiastic one as well. There doesn't seem to be anything original about Lower Decks. Not one spark of real creativity, just mash some stuff together from different franchises, and it's about fundamentally unserious people. I admit I'm having a bit of an empathy failure. Why would anyone enjoy Lower Decks? It's not even that it's not for me. I can't imagine who likes Star Trek and then wants this kind of show in this franchise. I admit I did kind of chuckle at the joke with the Orion drink at the end, but that was pretty much it. And then, on the other hand, we have Episode 8, Under the Cloak of War. This episode features M'Benga, who seems like the only fully formed adult in the main cast. The Enterprise has a guest, Ambassador Dak Ra. Dak Ra is a Klingon, but doesn't belong to the Klingon Empire anymore. He defected to the Federation and has been successfully working as a diplomat, but he's known as a war criminal by the veterans on the ship, M'Benga, Chapel, and Ortegas. The veterans are unhappy about his presence on the ship, but Pike issues orders that the Federation veterans are to interact with Dak Ra in the name of building relationships. Ortegas is particularly unhappy about this. In flashback, we see parts of the war, specifically M'Benga and Chapel, meeting for the first time, but no Ortegas for some reason. We see them dealing with the civilian and military casualties on the planet of Jagal. Jagal is where Dak Ra earned his famous reputation as a man who ended the lives of his own men. Over the course of the episode, Dak Ra reaches out to M'Benga, tries to turn him into a friend, then into an ally, so that he can continue the good diplomatic work that he's doing. But has the old soldier actually changed? These actions culminate with a confrontation in sickbay where we don't quite see what happens, but Dak Ra ends up dead after a scuffle with M'Benga. Nurse Chapel claims she's seen the entire incident and clears M'Benga of any wrongdoing. This episode is very reminiscent, both in tone and plot, of the Deep Space Nine episode Duet, which saw Kira Nerys dealing with a Cardassian who felt guilt about his role in the Bajoran occupation, but I don't mind the fact that they're recycling a plot. It makes it look like a much more serious show. I don't love everything about the episode. Chapel is kind of given some interesting things to do at first, but unfortunately then reduced to her relationship with Spock again. Tegas isn't really given a lot to do, and M'Benga's initial reaction when he first sees the Klingon general is unrealistic. I love the final scene between Pike and M'Benga where they discuss their different philosophies towards crime and justice, and M'Benga refuses to accept all of Pike's ideas, despite the fact that he's his captain. So here we've got two extremely different episodes, one comedy and one very serious drama. And I think shows have to choose between the two. So broadly speaking, the original series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, went for drama. They did have elements of comedy, but had to earn those through character work. On the other hand, Star Trek Voyager became this very light, fluffy comedy show, which occasionally had some dramatic arcs, such as the Hirogen arc in Season 4. And it's typical of the confused nature of modern Trek and much modern drama. They can't decide what they actually want to be. Under the Cloak of War was telegraphed through the Series 2 premiere, Broken Circle, where Chapel and M'Benga fought against Klingons there. So what I'd like is, whoever's writing M'Benga, can they just write the whole of Strange New Worlds? And let's leave the Lower Deck stuff for whoever it is who actually likes that. Thanks for watching.